Are you still waiting? Be honest with me. Are you sitting there refreshing Zillow every night, waiting for mortgage rates to magically hit 3% again? You're looking at your savings, looking at the prices, and telling yourself, I'll just wait one more year. It has to go back to the way it was. I have some tough love for you today, and it might sting. That version of the American dream, the one where you get a 2.5% rate and a house for 2019 prices, is over. It's gone. And if you keep benchmarking your life, your family's security, and your future wealth against a ghost from the past, you are going to miss the greatest wealth-building window of this decade. The world changed while we were waiting, but here's the secret. A new version of the American dream is starting right now in 2026. It doesn't look like the old one, but it's just as powerful. If you stay paralyzed by what used to be, you're going to wake up 5 years from now and realize that the 6% rate you're terrified of today was actually the bargain of a lifetime. Let's stop looking backward and start winning today. Why is it so hard to find a house right now? It's because of something economists call the lock-in effect, and it has created a massive bottleneck in the American housing market. Imagine your neighbor, let's call him Bob. Bob bought his house in 2020 with a 2.8% interest rate. Today, Bob's family has grown, he needs an extra bedroom, and he wants to move. But Bob looks at the current rates, sitting around 6.22%, and he realizes that if he sells his house and buys a new one, his monthly payment will double for the exact same amount of debt. So what does Bob do? He stays put. He refuses to sell. This is happening to millions of Americans. They're effectively locked into their homes by their own cheap debt. This creates a ghost town effect in the inventory. When nobody sells, supply stays at record lows. And what happens when supply is low? Prices stay high, or they keep climbing. If you're waiting for a crash caused by high rates, you're missing the fact that these high rates are actually preventing the crash by keeping supply off the market. You aren't just fighting high rates, you're fighting a structural shortage that isn't going away. Understanding this is the first step to freedom. You can't beat a system you don't understand. Let's get practical. Why do I call this the 6% rule? Because in the 2026 economy, 6% is the new neutral. It's the healthy middle ground. For 40 years before the 2008 crash, mortgage rates averaged between 6 and 9%. The 3% era was the anomaly, an emergency measure that stayed too long. Here's the data you need to hear. For the first time in years, income growth in the U.S. is finally starting to outpace home price appreciation in key regions like the Midwest and the Northeast. While the media screams about unaffordability, savvy buyers are looking at the math. A 6.22% mortgage is tax deductible. It is a fixed cost in an inflating world. Think about it. Your rent will go up every single year. Your landlord isn't waiting for 3% rates. They're raising your rent to cover their 6% ones. When you buy at 6%, you're choosing to pay yourself instead of your landlord's retirement fund. If rates do drop to 4% or 5% in 3 years, great, you refinance. But if they go to 8%, you'll look like a genius for locking in at 6. This is about marrying the house and dating the rate. The house is the asset. The rate is just the temporary price of admission. You might say, Dishku, I still live in California or Austin and I can't afford it. I hear you, but the 2026 market is a tale of two Americas. While the boom towns of the pandemic are cooling off, there is a massive resurgence in what I call the value belt. Places like Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and upstate New York are seeing a beautiful alignment of factors. We're seeing remote work stability and a return to the basics. In these markets, the price-to-income ratio is actually becoming more favorable. These aren't just cheap places, they're the new hubs for everyday families who want a backyard, a good school, and a mortgage that doesn't eat 60% of their paycheck. In 2026, the strategy isn't buy anything anywhere. It's about being a sniper. It's about looking for the boring markets that have steady jobs and low inventory. The people who are getting rich right now aren't the ones buying $1 million glass boxes in the desert. They're the ones buying solid 3-bedroom homes in stable neighborhoods at a 6% rate, knowing that as long as people need a roof over their head, that asset will appreciate. Stop looking for a deal and start looking for value. The most expensive mistake you can make in finance isn't buying at a 6% rate, it's doing nothing.
Let's talk about the waiting tax. If you wait 2 years for rates to drop 1%, but home prices rise by 10% in that same time frame because of the low supply we discussed, you haven't saved money, you've lost it. You've lost the principal paydown you would have made, you've lost the tax benefits, but most importantly, you've lost the time. Time is the only ingredient in the recipe of wealth that you can never get more of. Every month you pay rent, that money is gone forever. 100% interest. Every month you own, a portion of that payment is going into your own pocket in the form of equity. Don't let the fear-mongering on the news keep you small. The people telling you to wait are often the ones who already own 5 properties. They want less competition. They want you to stay a renter. The 6% rule is about realizing that perfect is the enemy of prosperous. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. The best time to build equity is when everyone else is too scared to try.
To understand the waiting tax, let's look at two neighbors in Columbus, Ohio, Sarah and Mark. It's early 2026, and they both find a charming 3-bedroom home listed for $350,000. Sarah pulls the trigger. She locks in a 6.2% rate. Her monthly payment is higher than she dreamed of in 2021, but she stops paying her $2,200 rent immediately. Over the next 2 years, Sarah pays down her mortgage principal by $12,000, enjoys $15,000 in tax deductions, and watches her home value tick up to $375,000. Her net worth just jumped by $52,000. Mark decides to wait for the crash. He stays in his apartment, paying that same $2,200 rent. 2 years later, it's 2028. Rates finally drop to 5%. Mark is thrilled. He goes back to buy that same house. But there's a problem. Because rates dropped, everyone else came back to the market too. That $350,000 house is now in a bidding war and sells for $390,000. Mark's lower rate saves him $150 a month, but he just spent $52,800 in rent that's gone forever. And he's paying $40,000 more for the exact same house. Sarah is already $90,000 ahead of him. The lesson? You can't outsave a moving market with a slightly lower interest rate. Don't be Mark.
Stop benchmarking your life against 2021. This is 2026, and the window is open for those brave enough to walk through it. If you're ready to stop waiting and start building, hit that subscribe button and join the Dishku Investing family. Let's master this market together. What's holding you back from buying? Tell me in the comments. I'm replying to everyone today.